Congratulations, you get to watch me again. So I wanted to talk about developing personal style, and I feel that I have my own personal style, which is why I'm approaching this subject at this point rather than previously. I feel like I'm reaching this point in my life where I really know what I want to wear, what I want out of life in general, what I want, just I know what I want. I wanted to give you 3 tips for developing your own personal style. The first tip is to have role models. And these can be people you know personally, or they can be famous people, or a combination of the two. There are some people that I've met in my life who I saw or met or interacted with or whatever, and I was just like, whoa, you have really great style, I like your personality, I feel like we have similar goals and stuff, and so I felt like their style really outwardly expressed who I am as a person. So me being able to look at that, be like, extrapolate from that, be like, oh, I liked that person's jean jacket, or I liked that person's tattoos, or whatever, helps me to be more aware of who I am as a person. A lot of people will talk about Taylor Swift as somebody who has a really specific style. Hers has changed a lot lately, especially during the end of her relationship with Calvin Harris. She kind of went off her beaten path, but I'm sure that hers is just developing and developing as she develops as a person. So, that's a really good example, though, of somebody who has a style, because, she always wears those cute dresses, and always does her hair a certain way, and always wears her lipstick, bright. So that's a really good example of somebody with, a style. My second tip is to use Pinterest, or some kind of thing like Pinterest. So you can have a bulletin board in your room. I actually also have a bulletin board in my room where you curate things like mood or specific parts of outfits that you really like. And it's really important to make sure you define to yourself, either make a note of it on the tab on the Pinterest board or whatever, or just mentally note it, to be like, I liked this specific thing about this outfit. I liked the proportions, or I liked the colors, or I like, the hair, or I can't pick out what it is about this, but I really like it, or I like all of it. Everything about this is really cool. All of that is a really good way to learn about yourself and learn about what you like. And I think it's an important side note to make sure to say, not to knock anybody else's style. Maybe you prefer not to wear low-cut shirts because you're self-conscious about something, or you just don't like having a breeze on your chest. That doesn't mean that other people don't like wearing low-cut shirts, or that you should criticize them for wearing stuff like that, because that's their choice. It has nothing to do with you, and it's not hurting you in any way. The last tip that I had, so tip number 3, is to curate. So your style is going to develop as you grow up as a person, no matter how old you are. I'm sure my style will be different at 35 than it is now. So make sure that you give yourself permission to get rid of things that maybe you loved that item of clothing once, but it just doesn't fit who you are anymore, or doesn't fit your lifestyle anymore. Right now I have a lot of black polos because I work at a coffee shop and that's part of the dress code. But I'm sure in the future I'm not going to need those. Right now they're really comfy and they work perfectly for me. But eventually they're not going to be part of my style anymore. And that's fine. So just give yourself permission to change and grow and curate. That's my 3 of my tips for developing personal style. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that thumbs up button. I'd love to see you all back later. I post a new video every day except for Saturday, and that's it. Peace out, friendos.